Hey, how's it going? Welcome again to another episode of Free Fridays. I hope all is well. I hope everybody up to this point have been enjoying their time. And I know this is the holidays, and I hope that everybody is out there having, a great time. Just living and cherishing the people that's around them, because life is short. And what is life without spending it with the people that you love? And I pray for traveling grace. If you are leaving to go, be with family, or and I pray for just peace and prosperity. You know, um, I do know that the world right now is going through a lot of changes, and a lot of people can get caught up in that, and it can shut your world down. But I want you to understand this, that God designed you to operate in chaos. But in order for you to do that, you have to be connected to the power source who can give you the ability to do that. The manufacturer, the one who wired you. I don't know why I just said that, but I do believe whoever is listening to me under the sound of my voice needed to hear that. So, listen, y'all, this episode is going to be different from the others. Um, I came up with a series called 21 Questions. Y'all know, like that 50 Cent song? Yeah, girl, it's easy to love me now. Yeah, that 21 Question song. So I wanted to come up with a series, because every time I go on live on TikTok, people are always asking me questions. Uh, and when it regards to advice or my perspective on something. So I said, you know what? How about I do that on my podcast? How about I allow people to ask me questions and I answer them live on my podcast? So this is what this series is going to be. I don't know how long this series is going to be. It depends on y'all. And I love to interact with y'all. I love to come on here and give my perspective. And I love for y'all to give me feedback. I really do love that, So if you got me on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, or even if you know me personally, ask me some questions so we can get into some deep discussions and I can give y'all my perspective. Now, I'm telling y'all, I'm not saying that I know everything. All I can do is give my perspective, and I can only give an authentic perspective based on my experiences in life. So some questions I might not be able to answer thoroughly or fully, because I probably haven't experienced it, but I can give you I can give you an answer to the best of my ability. But I love to answer things that I've actually experienced, so I can give, because I can probably help somebody out based on my perspective now, of me going through whatever I went through. So I do got a couple of questions from my TikTok live 2 weeks ago. I asked people to give me some questions to go on and start this series off. So I'm gonna answer three of them right now. And like I said, it's no right or wrong answer. I'm just giving my perspective. And these three questions are some deep questions. So we about to dive in. Let's get it. So the first question is, what was my hardest battle? And how did I get through it? So that's actually two questions in one. So my hardest battle was the battle against myself. And I know a lot of people out there experience this battle, because when you have the craving for change, or when you know what you're doing is you can do better, or if you're trying to elevate in life, you will always have to experience yourself. That is the first battle that you will ever fight, is the battle against yourself. And the battle against yourself can make you miss out on a lot of opportunities. It can make you mishandle other people. It can make you stagnant. It can make you it can make it it literally can make you doubtful. And God can use you when you always battling against you. And I know y'all heard this saying, we are our worst critic. We are so hard on ourselves. And I don't know why it's like that, but my whole life, now I can only speak for me. My whole life, I always thought whatever I did, I could have did better. Like, you know how you get into certain situations and you react to something, and then once you're done reacting to it, you always be in your head like, dang, I should have did it this way, or I should have did it that way. Like, what you did wasn't good enough, and I always used to second guess myself. I always used to, second guess who I was, second guess my ability. Also, when you're in a battle with yourself, you also allow people to walk over you. You also allow people to tell you anything, or you also will put yourself on the back burner just to please other people. Because why? Because you don't think that you're valuable enough to become priority in your life. This is a battle that you will always face if you never face it. See, a lot of us run from it. I used to run from it. How do you run from it? You do drugs. You drink. You sleep around. You do things that is not in your nature. You try to blend in with the crowd. You try to basically do what's popular instead of setting your own trend. Listen, y'all, I don't know who I'm talking to, but we got to understand that we are the light. We got to understand that God made us one of one. He copyrighted you to the point to where it'll be illegal to duplicate you, because I only made one of you. And when you realize that, I promise you will be better off in life. And this is how I got through that battle. I had to place myself around people who held me accountable. Because when you battle against yourself, you never become accountable. You are blinded by your actions. You're blinded by your dysfunction. And you run and try to escape reality. But if you ever want to elevate in life, if you ever want to go to the next level, you have to face who you are. And I believe that God uses children. Like when you have a son, when you have a daughter, He uses children to make you look at yourself. And some people run from the responsibility of the child. Why? Because it makes them face theyself. My son got the same characteristics as me. And it used to bug me. It used to irritate me. Why? Because he had something that I didn't like about myself. God said, okay, you won't even look in the mirror. You won't even hold yourself accountable. Well, I'm finna send you somebody to make you look at yourself. And the thing that you don't like about yourself, you have to change it. Why? Because now you are a leader of somebody. Now you don't want them to face what you had to face. So you want to break that curse so that they don't have to go through it. And you're going to have to navigate them through it because you know how it make you feel. And you just got to hold yourself accountable. And I was running from that. Everybody runs from it. But it's always going to be there. No matter how far you run, it's going to be there. Every time you turn around, it's right there. So I had to face it. So I had to place myself around people who are going to hold me accountable. See, the problem is with a lot of people in life, they evolve themselves around people who are yes men, or they get around people who are weaker than them, just to boost who they are. But you gotta place yourself around people who gonna say, hey man, You tripping. Hey man, what you did that wasn't right. Hey man, you need to get right. You have to get out of an environment of people who have the same mindset of you. Cause I'm not gonna lie. That's gonna become another battle, but that's that's not the question. That's a topic for another day. But just know I had to get away from people who had that victim mentality like me. Because if y'all ever notice, when you connect with friends, y'all typically connect because y'all have the same type of mentality and y'all have the same dysfunction. And y'all feed off of each other dysfunction in order to make y'all validate what y'all feel. Just pay attention to the people you evolved yourself around when you didn't heal. Just pay attention. And once you start healing, when you try to connect back with those people, if they didn't heal, it never meshed. Because you realize that y'all really didn't have nothing in common. That's just how life is. And that's how I got through it. And I'm still going through it till this day. But I just place myself around people who have the mindset of where I'm trying to go. And I had to be accountable, and I had to take everything on the chin. And that's just what we have to do. Number 2, what emotions do I struggle with? Doubt. And doubt also coincides with the battle against myself. I struggle with doubt so much. Like I always doubt myself. I used to put faith in people outside of me before I would put faith in myself. And you know what that led me to? Being disappointed, being heartbroken. Because how can I depend on somebody or something that I have no control over? See, you have control of yourself. You have power over yourself. You have power over your emotions. You have a power over how you react to things. You got the power of what you want to do in life. You have the ability. You control what you do and how you do it. So, wouldn't you think the best investment is within yourself? And I struggle with that so much. Because I always think that I could have did better, or I always think that I should do this, or I always think that I should do that, or I feel like sometimes the road of trying to be a perfect human being will crush you. Always trying to be there for everybody. I always try to make everybody happy. But what I started to realize is I don't got that ability to do that. Nobody has that ability to do that. And once you realize that, you will understand that yes, you will satisfy some people, but some people won't like you, or some people won't like what you're doing. And you have to be okay with that. Just as long as you are okay with yourself. And that emotion, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, I still struggle with it to this day. I'm getting better, but I struggle. And I know it's a lot of people out there that struggle with that. I know. But I want y'all to understand this. Where God's trying to take you in life, you got to stop doubting you. Because you are the vehicle he's using to take to higher places. And you can't doubt your vehicle. I can't go outside and doubt that my truck won't make it to work. Why? Because I believe that it will make it. I believe that truck will get me to work. Why? Because it did it before. We put more trust into things more than we do ourselves. And that mindset had to change because you are the value. Everything that we put our trust into needs us in order for it to be valuable. So how can I trust something that I make valuable? A car is not valuable unless I drive it, right? These clothes I got on is not valuable unless I put it on because it needs me to wear it to show it off. This chain is not valuable because it need a neck for it to hang on. That's you. You are the value. So once somebody understand that, I don't know who I'm talking to. When you understand that, I promise you your life will change overnight. And that's what happened to me. I realized that I'm the value. Not anything outside of me. You are the value. I don't care what nobody say. You might not be valuable to that person, but you should be valuable to yourself. And it's people that is waiting on you. So you got to get that doubt out of your mind. God said, don't ever worry about anything, but pray about everything. Don't ever doubt yourself because you have the image of me. Because doubt is fear. Doubt is insecurity. Doubt is selfish. Y'all didn't know that, right? When you doubt yourself, you know you're being selfish. Why are you being selfish? Because the people who are looking up to you, you're choosing to doubt you. So when you doubt you, you don't make the moves that you need to make in order to make the people that surround you life great. And I had to realize that. So it's a sudden change. And I'm loving this path that God is taking me on, because now I can actually look in the mirror and like what I see. And I encourage somebody out there to look in the mirror and love you, because you are a masterpiece. When God created you, He created you with the mind of perfection. Because something that is perfect perfected you. And you can't be duplicated. So live your life as who you are and accept who you are, even if the ones around you don't accept you. Y'all, I'm about to start preaching. I got one more. What is the best dream you want to see come true in your life? The manifestation of the greatness that God placed in my spirit. I got the dream to elevate and take pressure off of the people who is around me. I got the dream to retire my mama. I got the dream to retire my wife, my sister, because I believe that the earth and the world is limitless opportunity and is ours to have dominion over, because God said it in the Bible. I want you to have dominion and I want you to subdue it. So with that being said, that means I'm supposed to dominate. And I want to see that come true. I want to see me dominate. So when I look at my fruit, is bearing good seed. Y'all, I'm done for the night. We're gonna pick this back up next Friday. Please, y'all send me some questions because I love doing this. And eventually, later on, I do plan on inviting people onto the show to where we can have like real positive conversations, perspectives, marketing, connecting with one another, and actually building each other up, because my platform is about building one another, building a strong community to where everybody can be powerful and everybody can reach the maximum of their potential. I love y'all. I hope that y'all have a good holidays. Be safe. Always put God first. Live today and give God tomorrow. I will see y'all next week. I love y'all. I'm outie. Peace.